Look, my advice is let's go through the first 3 that is out there in the market, and then we can decide what could fit for your business, or eventually if you're looking to invest on a pricing software, hopefully this will allow you to understand if it's the right thing to do or not. So for me, I've realized that the Price Lab or any pricing tool don't really understand the algorithm or the guest behavior for longer term booking. Guys, again, these 3 pricing tools and software, they're made to do exactly the same thing. It's entirely up to you to go first, integrate it to your channel manager so they work well together, and understand how it works. But at the end of the day, you still need to work on those tools to be able to push the best data and obviously enjoy the return that you're going to get into your business. Number 1 leading brand in the UK is currently UpListing. Now, I've seen a lot of clients use UpListing in the UK. Obviously, we work heavily in the UK market, but also I've realized with UpListing, if you've got a couple of units, it works out to be slightly expensive. Once you hit that benchmark for 5 units and above, it becomes a much more kind of price friendly. So you've got UpListing on number 1. Number 2, this is a very old school. Obviously, I've seen a lot of people using it. Tokeet. Now, Tokeet in the early days when we're going into 2018, Tokeet was the go-to channel manager for people all over the world. And the reality is with platforms, when you don't adapt to the market and you don't adapt to what your end user needs, you end up becoming on the bottom of the list. And that's what's happened with Tokeet, because a lot of channel managers came in. They obviously have got a much more different user interface, made it simpler, faster, efficient for hosts, and they've taken over. The third one I'm going to do is Guesty for hosts, and I've seen again Guesty being used by some of our bigger clients. They absolutely love it because of their reporting system. There's a couple of things on the back end that Guesty does really well. Now, Guesty as a market, they've done heavily amazing in US. I think in the UK they've touched base in a very little portion of clientele. Obviously, working with so many clients, I can see when they give us the onboarding form, there's what channel manager they've got, and Guesty is obviously not as much. So they're probably my 3rd recommendation, especially after working with a big client. Number 4, I've got Smoobu. Now, Smoobu I used to love because they had this kind of bird's eye view on their actual system that looked really well. Again, guys, all of this name I've given you are based on my clients using those software, but eventually I get to use all this software. But there's a couple of things I need to recommend. I'll go and check their back end, I'll check their system, how they're automating things in their channel manager, so I get to use this platform. So Smoobu being my number 4, and last but not the least, I think for now is Hostfully. Right, Hostfully as a brand, again, quite American. They try and promote what they call their direct booking engine, which is effectively they give you a website where you can build in and you've got all your properties already in there. They say they will host the domain name for you, so you end up with a free website. I mean, most of the channel manager I said about today will do exactly the same thing, but reality here is I want you to go back and really kind of put this name down in your list, book a demo call. I'm going to put a website link down below for all of this, so you can even go and visit their website just to see how they look. Book a demo call. Make sure you have a demo video watch for this, but eventually it's your decision on what you want to go for. All of these platforms are doing the exact same work. It's just what user interface you prefer with your eyes is going to make a difference in the investment that you're going to make for your business. Now, let's talk about the second software that you need in your business, which is potentially a pricing tool or a pricing software. Now, obviously your channel managers also do most of the things, but it's a little bit more manual. You've got to go and physically push those pricing in. Now, it doesn't matter what the market is saying, you just go with how you feel. Obviously, you can do your own market due diligence manually and make those changes, but these 3 softwares are again similar. We've used all of them. A client of mine, you know this, I've got a little bit of challenge around pricing tool because there's certain properties that doesn't fit pricing tools in general, and it's worth kind of reviewing what you want to achieve. So look, my advice is let's go through the first 3 that is out there in the market, and then we can decide what could fit for your business, or eventually if you're looking to invest on a pricing software, hopefully this will allow you to understand if it's the right thing to do or not. So the first one being the global favorite, which is Price Lab. Now, Price Lab's been around for years. Obviously, many of my UK clients use Price Labs at the moment, and the idea behind Price Labs is it will automatically set algorithm, or you can set algorithm based on the market going up and down. Obviously, your orphan days, if you've got certain days gap, you can switch in the algorithm to do certain minimum night stay. So what you're doing is you're looking at your pricing, but also you're allowing to switch your calendar in how far in advance do you want to switch switch it to maybe a 2 nights booking, and also increase or decrease the price depending on the market availability. So the Price Lab actually goes and does all of that for you, which again is a great way to perform as a business. Now this is where the challenge comes in. If you are in a holiday-let destination, if you're in a tourist accommodation, but if you're looking at a property in Liverpool, is a 4-bed house slightly outside the kind of Liverpool city centre, you know, do you really need to think about adding Price Lab because you want to achieve higher nightly rate? Or do you want to get a contractor booking who's going to book you for a couple of months, paying you a good profit? So it's always a challenge between what's the right property you need to find that's going to fit into your positioning and using Price Lab. So Price Lab being number 1. Number 2, beyond pricing. So again, I'll leave a link, or also we'll put a logo here for the companies so you can go and visit their website. Again, guys, these companies do exactly the same thing. My job here is to educate you on these are the companies available. Your job is to then go and book a call with them, find out what they offer, and also make them understand you've got a certain type of property that you want to leverage this pricing tool. Eventually, if you're looking to get a longer term booking, these are, for me, I've realized that the Price Lab or any pricing tool don't really understand the algorithm or the guest behavior for longer term booking. So beyond pricing, again, great platform. You know, it's there for you to understand your pricing, manage your calendar, and really kind of take advantage of those kind of, you know, in a couple of months, let's say you've got a massive like event in your area, you know that Price Lab will pick and also will automatically change pricing because all of your 80% of other operators have already done that. So if you're new to an investment area, you've really got a solid time ahead because Price Lab will be your, or beyond pricing will be your employee to do that, or Price Lab will be the employee to do that. But having said that, if you manage your calendar and you're confident that you only open your calendar 6 months in a time with certain kind of minimum night stay in certain time period, you really can be challenged. You don't have to use Price Lab or beyond pricing to do that. And the last one I want to go in is Will House. Now again, Will House probably is much more used in US. Another software there for people to do exactly the same thing. Guys, again, this 3 pricing tools and software, they're made to do exactly the same thing. It's entirely up to you to go first, integrate it to your channel manager so they work well together and understand how it works. But at the end of the day, you still need to work on those tools to be able to push best data and obviously enjoy the return that you're going to get into your business. So now the last part is to automate your business, your Airbnb business, with all kind of 3 to 4 different departments that you have. Obviously, guys, there's a lot of other softwares that you can go and look into. These are software that I've personally used with our clients, so I believe that, you know, I can talk about it a little bit, but I'm going to share you my screen and I'm going to talk about 4 softwares that's more divided into different departments. So let's go into the screen right now. So the first one you can see is Turno. Now, all you're doing with Turno is managing your cleaners and your reporting. Obviously, if you scale your business and you're going into your management and you're a property management or a co-host and you're scaling to your business to like 10, 20 units, you know, you want to be able to automatically sync your calendar. You can see here, obviously you can find new cleaners. There's different features, auto scheduling, photo checklist. You can do a lot more. As we all know, right, as you're growing your business, you can't be there all the time asking for simple things from your cleaners. So my suggestion is definitely go and have a look into this, because I think this will give you a great understanding of how you can automate your cleaning processes once you hit that 5 to 10 units. All right, guys, now the second software I want to talk about is what we call Charge Automation. Now you can see on the right hand side, it's already given me like a pop-up box, but you can see you can have pre-arrival things. So I'm actually going to go into solution because that will give me an understanding. So you can have contactless online check-in. Obviously what that means is if there's a lot of people in our industry who don't sign off documents with their guests, guys, look, if you're running a business, a professional business, you've got to do that. And the way to do it is like Charge Automation can do that for you. Now, if you're a clever operator, you can put a lot of upsell in there, right? An upsell can be order this for your birthday, and when they order that, you can have Amazon order. You can literally charge them something saying, oh, optimize a flower, a bouquet, a champagne, and then you can charge them, let's say £30 more, and then you can then order from Amazon and pass it over to the guest, delivered to the address. Guys, you can do a lot more with this software. You just need to understand how to utilize it. So guys, again, another great way to not only optimize your client experience on check-in with your legals, your sign-off, but also to be able to collect deposit, making sure you've got upsell in places and payments streamlined. So again, I would heavily request you go into and check this software. It's got everything that you'll see here. And yeah, I hope this will help you automate your business a little bit more. Now, one of the biggest issue that I find with new hosts is they're heavily invested on messaging people. Obviously, they want to give client a great experience, but this is another software. We're thinking about automation, right? So this is a software called TouchStay, and the idea behind this is to create a digital guidebook that would reduce questions about what they're going to do, how they're going to stay in your property, and everything else, Wi-Fi, how to park, you know, where are things, like you can really kind of systemize this process. So again, guys, look, at the end of the day, you're trying to give somebody the best experience they can coming in and staying in your properties. And at the end of the day, like you would think about how you find, you know, when you stay in Airbnbs, how it would be great if somebody could give you all the information and give you additional information to make your stay better. This is exactly what you can do. So you can see there's a lot of things you can optimize. Obviously, you can book a demo. I would recommend you go in and watch a demo, because I think that will give you an understanding of how it works, how the operation works. But yeah, again, another software that will allow to automate your business, especially when you're looking to scale. Hey, now lastly, a software called Duve. Now, I think again, I remember it used to be a slightly different brand name before, and I think it was called Wishbox, and they've rebranded themselves. But I love, look, straight away, as soon as you land into their website, you've got a button that will pop up saying book a demo call. Again, great marketing idea. And these are the things you can take into your website, right? How they've got a pop-up box that comes in, but you can obviously here book a demo call. But the idea behind this is to just, again, have an interesting personalized guest experience. The idea is to increase your guest satisfaction. Obviously, as a result, you will have revenue growth, but also making sure that you have less contact with the guests by allowing yourself to do all of these things in right things. So you can see 73% online check-in ratio, 18 minutes saved per reservation because they're doing certain things, and then an average uplift of per month per bed because of the seamless upsells and everything that we discussed about. So guys, again, 100% recommend you go and book a call. But another software that I wanted to introduce, guys, to automate your business. So these are some interesting aftercare services that you can present in your business for your guest. Obviously, some to help you operate your business in a much more systemized and automatic way. But the idea behind, you know, grow your BNB and automate your BNB for my business is a lot of operators, when they scale to a certain kind of 5 to 10 units, they're still doing the same thing again and again, right? And there's no systems, they have no processes, they've got no VAs or people in place. And this year, I really want to educate more and more operators to say, let's treat this as a business, because that's what's going to allow you to make more money. Sometimes people think investing on this software is actually costing you more money, but it's actually not. You're going to get more time back, which will allow you to focus on more revenue generating activity, which then as a result will pay for all this software. But also, without you compromising your time, you're enhancing the guest experience by doing all these things. And also, at the end of the day, you as an operator, you want to grow this business in a certain way that's going to give you more time back, more profit, and enjoy the business a lot more. So guys, I hope you enjoyed another Grow Your BNB video. Please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be back with another video soon.